This is Kat with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use Vintaj Patina to create a really cool lacquer look on metal. So what I have here is I have one of my finished pieces, and this is actually a beautiful Nunn Design earring. And what's really lovely is that it sort of comes finished for you, so I wanted to add something that would just be a little fun and a little pop of color. So I've just added that patina down here at the bottom. But what I'm going to be showing you today is really how to get that sort of 360 look and to make it look like it's just sort of been dipped in like a cool lacquer. All right, so I'm going to kind of set that up there and I'm going to move on. So this is what it looks like before the lacquer. You can actually see, or I'm sorry, before the patina. So what you can see is it actually has a little flat edge there towards the bottom, but it's still rounded on the other sides. So this is a really cool, almost kind of flattened, hammered piece. So what we're going to be using today is we're going to be using the patina in the Opalite color. And then I just have my work surface covered here. I have my paintbrush. I also have a pad of sticky notes and a plastic bag. So if you have all of your stuff ready, we are good to go. All right, so to begin, I'm just going to shake up my patina. It's very much like a nail polish, so you'll hear it click around. Just kind of mix up that patina. All right. And now I'm going to pour it out just a little bit onto my plastic bag here. All right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up where I want my lacquer to end on my tip there and just kind of hold it on the other side. Let me try to get a good view for you guys. There you go. So I'm kind of ending it where the flat section sort of stops. So what I want to do is just sort of mix up that patina, make sure there are no striations in my color there. I want to make sure it's all nice and mixed on my surface. And get a good kind of dollop on your paintbrush. And then we're going to bring it over here and we're going to start to just sort of dab it on there. You don't want to paint it on because we don't want those brush strokes. So what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of dab it onto the surface there. Now we're getting a little bit of surface tension because it is flattened, and that is what makes this work so nicely. All right, I want to keep my line. There we go. Now you can just see I'm just kind of dabbing it and almost letting it pool up there. Just letting it get nice and sort of saturated. All right, we're going to go a little bit further up this side. All right. Okay, now I'm just going to slide it forward so it can rest at level. So now this is step one. So I'm going to be back in a few minutes. Patina dries fairly quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then I'm going to come back. We're going to flip it over. We're going to do the back side. And then I'm going to show you how to do the inner curve and the outer curve there. So this is a few steps, but a very simple technique. So in between, I'm going to go wash my brush and I'll be back here in about 5 to 10 minutes to finish up the other side. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna kind of just check and see if we're still tacky here, and we're actually pretty good. So we're good to go and move on. So one thing I do wanna warn you of is with your brush, just make sure that it's not wet at all because that will affect the patina. So now we're all fresh and dry, which is perfect. So we're just gonna add a little bit more patina. Now you can see that I'm gonna add it in a different space because the patina does dry. So what I want to do is I just want to make sure that I have a few fresh little dollops there. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip this guy over. And I want to make sure that I am noticing where those little lines are because we want to make sure that it's all even all the way around. All right. So what I'm going to do, same technique. So you'll get to see it again here. Just going to add that patina just by dabbing it there. And just giving it that nice lacquer effect. And I just love this Opalite purple. It's just so striking against the gold. Now these earrings do come in silver as well, and they also come in an antiqued silver. So you can do a nice bright silver or an antiqued silver. So in case that is more to your style, be sure to do that. And we do have over 20 colors of patina for you to choose from. So this is just a really fun project that you can make your own. All right, just a little bit more here. And again, I'm really trying to get as much on there as I possibly can without it sort of spilling over, just because you want it to have that nice sort of shiny look. All right. All right, and that looks great. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move it forward again so it can dry level. Wash my paintbrush one more time, and then I will be back, and I'm going to show you how to do the sides and the center there, and that's all going to be in one more step. All right, so I'll meet you back here in about 5 to 10 minutes. All right, so for the last step here, we're going to again put a little bit more patina onto our plastic baggie here. And this is great because it makes for really easy cleanup, which is just fantastic. All right, make sure we close that nice and tight. We don't want our patina to dry up. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our earring here and getting a little bit more of that patina. And I'm going to go for the inside first here. So I'm just going to sort of follow along and just again with that same sort of dabbing technique, just adding on that patina, just on that inner rim there. And you just want to make sure that you're getting it all the way up the sides to where your line was followed there. And just making sure that you are being really diligent to cover all of that gold. There we go. Just going to kind of twist it around in my hand. Makes it a little easier for me to see. And again, just dabbing that patina there because you want it to have a nice sort of thick coating. Again, we don't want to see any of that metal coming through. All right. This is a great time to just kind of go through and touch up some of those edges that might be poking through there. And I'm just kind of, you can see I'm brushing a little bit just to kind of smooth that out. All right, so now we're going to kind of, let me fix it in my hand. There we go. So now we're going to focus on that outer edge going up and over the top. And again, just sort of dabbing that patina, making sure to get it on all corners there. Now, once this is all dried, if you do notice any extra little spots, feel free to do this again to just sort of fill them in. Sometimes when the patina settles, it can sort of let some of that metal poke through. But if you like that look, go for it. You can kind of let them look a little, for lack of a better phrase, patinaed and a little weathered. So it'll be very nice. All right, so that is some good coverage and I'm happy with that. Oops, I see a little tiny dot of gold right there. There we go. All right, so we are all nice and coated and covered. And I'm just going to use my little earring stand here to just sort of let that dry nice and upright, not touching anything else. So this is my dried piece here, and I just kind of want to show you one more time just how nice and sleek that is, and it just looks like a beautiful little dipped piece of jewelry. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You can find all of these supplies and even more at Beadaholique.com.